Hi, my name is Detroit Miracle, and I am here to talk about the siege on the Capitol building, which happened in Washington, D.C. Now, if you are an adult, you should know full well the proper way to express your perspective viewpoints politically or otherwise, because adults are supposed to set an example for children to later follow when those such children become adults. Look here, everybody as an individual as well as a group has a right to protest any type of injustice that may be. So I'm not saying that people don't have a right to go out and stand up against the established order if they find corruption in it a bit. But it's a proper way to conduct yourselves, and it's an improper way to conduct yourselves. So, with the case involving those protesters that seized the Capitol building, that whole protest against the established government was about voter fraud, apparently. So they're saying that it was some kind of cheat, scam, or con involving millions of votes. But what about if the voting goes your way and it's a claim by the other side of voter fraud? Would they have had a problem with it then? To make a long story short, if their candidate had won the election and the other side had claimed that it was some kind of cheat, then would they have had a problem with that then? Yeah, people don't have a problem with things regarding corruption unless it goes against them. And then it's a big issue then. Another thing, people were saying negative things about the protest involving Black Lives Matter. There is a big difference between protesting against social injustice such as racism and sexism as compared to going out and seizing government buildings over cases involving voter fraud or voter issues. So there's a huge difference, because those people that went out and seized the Capitol building, none of them had any problems regarding their rights being impeded, or they didn't have any issues with police corruption or police reform involving them being put in situations where they would have been made to feel uncomfortable by law enforcement personnel. So we know it wasn't that kind of issue where they were protesting their personal rights as free citizens and felt that they should have been given equality. We know that. And the case where Black Lives Matter protested, we know full well, and it's been proven that there were certain people that had agendas of their own, and they utilized those opportunities to incite rioting and looting. And they had nothing to do with the Black Lives Matter protest. So Black Lives Matter, or BLM, cannot be blamed for those cases involving rioting and looting. And the fact of the matter is They act like they wanted some of those incidents to happen involving buildings and businesses being destroyed and vandalized because, hey, they could cash in on the taxes. Cash in on insurance claims involving that because they weren't doing much to try to prevent those cases of rioting and looting. Yeah, I just gave a clear example of differences involving certain groups that were protest because they feel as though they were being treated unfairly or not heard in ways that they should have been. And hey, if someone outwardly goes or a particular group targets an established, orderly governmental building, then it is an anti-government organization, pure and simple. Well, if y'all or you all agree with this video film, please drop those likes, comments, and up those subscriptions to Detroit Miracle.